This is a 6-stage process when you get a new driver's license. And you come into the building, right? And then probably there's the possibility for waiting, probably almost a certainty for waiting. And then there's that first stage there, that first step. Review the activity for correctness. And then after you get out of that, maybe you have to go wait again. And then you go to the second one. So let's call this number 1, number 2. And then I'm just going to draw them all like this. And remember, a triangle doesn't mean there must be waiting. A triangle only means there's the possibility of waiting. Alright, so there you go. That's the simplest possible way I could draw this process. Just one step after another step after another step with waiting possible before each one. Okay, here's what I'm going to suggest you do. I'm going to suggest you think of these as cubicles, a mental model. Think of that as a cubicle. And think of that cubicle as being in a room. So these blue things are rooms. And it can be a figurative room. It doesn't have to be a real room. It can just be a logical room, if you will. And you'll see how this works out in just a minute. And then you can think of all these rooms as being rooms inside of a building. And here's where we're getting into the right click to zoom out, the double click to zoom in, because you can look at whatever you want here. Do you want to know how the overall green thing is working? That's trying to understand how the entire driver's license renewal process is working. But maybe you want more detail than the green box. So you double click on the green box and now you see there are 6 blue boxes. These are rooms in there. And this says room number 1. This says room number 2. In fact, I'd like to consider, we're going to put a name plate. You know, it's a metal plate with some information on this. Next class, we're going to add costs to the nameplate. But for right now, I want you to imagine each nameplate has I, R, and T on it. So you could go to the overall building and you could look at the nameplate for the overall building and it says, I is this for this building. R is this for this building. T is this for this building. Or you could go inside the building and in this room right here, room number 1, there will be a nameplate that says I, R, and T for this room, and something like that for this room, and something like that for this room. I'm going to beat this analogy to death, so just stay with me, okay? Or you could go in the room, and inside the room, there's a nameplate on each of these cubicles. So there's a little nameplate on this cubicle that says I, R, and T. Now, right now, y'all are going to be asking, why do we need the black IRNT as well as the blue IRNT? Because they look like they're exactly the same thing. It's true right now. Right now, there's no difference between a room, and every room has only one cubicle in it. So what happens if we start putting more than one cubicle in a room? Right? Then, all of a sudden, there's a difference between what the black cubicle has on its nameplate versus what the blue room has on it. And then, of course, we have the green building. So what we're going to do is we're always going to think like this. We're just going to think, what level are we looking at? What information do we have? How do we analyze this? Now we look up there and we say that room number 1, cubicle number 1 right there, the activity is this review application for correctness. And it says time is 15 seconds. What is that 15 seconds?
Flow rate.
It's the flow time, not flow rate, it's the flow time of the first cubicle. Is everybody clear on that? So this becomes 15 seconds. Now before we go to another one, let's see if we can deduce something here. Because remember, if I can get 2 of the 3, I can calculate the third one using Little's law. So what's I? In words, I is, what is the maximum number of flow units that can be inside that black box at a time? That's worse, isn't it? Right? Because we have a line of people, and then one of them comes in to be worked on by whoever's doing that work. So this is one customer here. And now we're home free. Do you agree we're home free? Because if we have here, let's do this. If we have the